Hello, welcome to the channel again. Here we are, personal art time, drawing a character that I liked the way that I drew them the first time that I drew them, and I drew them again, and I didn't draw them very well, and then there's like a really cool drawing of them that everybody likes, uh, so much that like people that I am vaguely acquaintance with have liked it or like commented on it, and a lot of people like the character, but for some reason like drawing them is like really hard because much like in the previous video what I said about the intuition is that I kind of drew them like intuitively, like I was like trying to there was this guy I was watching a stream, I forget his name, but he was using the same program as me, and for some reason his art just looked like he was drawing on paper. Like it looked like he was drawing like like in your notebook at school. It looked like he was doing that. But like, you draw like the really cool like anime picture, but you're like drawing it on notebook and paper, and I was like, what brush are you using, whatever, and he showed the brush is literally the default brush inside of a like Sketchbook Pro or whatever, and is the default like pencil brush, which made my brain hurt. But I'm assuming that using like the thing pin pressure. I have pin pressure like mitigated, like turned almost completely down because it does too many things. Like I don't really like pin pressure. I know a lot of people might get mad about that, but I really don't like pin pressure, and I really don't use pin pressure. I think that it like messes up the flow of like my lines, and I need them to be kind of like solid. If I want to make them thicker, I'll go over them again. If I want to make them thinner, I'll like erase them. I don't really care for like the whole like pin pressure thing, and in some cases it can be useful, but I feel as if though like sometimes it's like for me it's a little bit overwhelming when it like gives you a certain level of like almost like disparity between drawing and whatnot. But I just turn it mine's up, and again today we are working from home. Obviously in the corners we have my Dora on the left and another Dora on the right. TNT Space Doras, plush pendants, and yeah, we're at the eraser part of the image, and we're actually using an at-home eraser, which is same color as the other one. This one's actually worse though because for some reason I don't know what I erased with it, but it like the eraser's like really hard, so you have to like erase on the sides in order to like um get it to work. And I still wasn't really able to get it to erase as much as I wanted for some reason. I don't really know what I did wrong, but it it did, I guess, some of what it needed to do. And I really did like the line that I'm getting. I really do love the Sharpie pen. Like lately we've been using the Sharpie pen, and the results that I've been getting from it have been like, yo, I need to get like a sketchbook or something and like make my own manga or something, right? Like yo, you need a Micron pen, you need like a Sakura pen. Like nah, get out of here. Just bust out that Sharpie pen and just go to town. I feel like we can make like some like short little comics of I don't know something, because the way that the pen, like the ink looks, even on this camera, which most things don't look really good on it, it looks insane. It looks pretty cool. But we are coloring now with the color pencils. I was gonna use crayons, but I don't know. I feel like the color pencils are just easier to get, so I just grabbed them out of the pouch and just started laying in the color for the skin, which is an orange crayon. I mean orange crayon, orange color pencil, and I believe the shirt is a light blue, or the overshirt or the hoodie, whatever you want to call it. It's a light blue. There's a certain level of comfort in the way that I color, but I would like to improve upon it because I always see like these videos on like Instagram of like people doing art. And it's like, bro, like in digital, like I could like kind of experiment and like try different things and you know, it's like, alright, like, I messed up the color layer, just delete it. And, like, traditional is like, okay, I messed up the color layer, the freaking thing is done, like, it's over, like, we're screwed. And that really is, frightening. But I guess you just have to have, like, confidence in your abilities to do the things that you want to do. As you can see, like, the image got lighter, and that's because the camera has like this like light on it that you could turn on to boost the visibility, I guess, or something, of the image in front. I can't vouch for the light too much because I've not really used it very often, but from what I can see in this preview in the video editing software, it looks okay. Um, it looks fine. There's no like negative quality about the light being on. If anything, it actually probably boosts the visibility of the video because before it was like a bit dark. And there's a point in this video where I am gonna like mess with it a little bit, like turn it off and turn it back on. So, that's gonna be a bit annoying. I'm using a dark blue for the hair, and I'm not coloring the tips of the hair. I don't know if that's like the light or the shadow or what, but I'm just not coloring the tips. And I didn't color the forehead, so I assume that both of those are the light. Um, I'm gonna give you a spoiler of something that happens later in the video, or doesn't happen later in the video. But spoiler alert: I forgot to color the eyes, and to be transparent. Like, look at that. That's so beautiful. It actually looks so much like, I don't know what it is. This camera, whenever like I do like artwork and I like get it on this camera, it just always looks better than it looks like on the paper. It's so stupid. All right, we're using brown on the pants, obviously, and I mean, why would that be obvious? Brown pants, brown pants. You know, OG Fortniters know about the brown pants. It's like a brown pants because that means that they were like a default, like they weren't wearing a skin or something, so people wouldn't take them as serious. But sometimes they would just be more cracked. So, yeah, we're adding a little bit of shadow now. What else is going on? Yeah, add a little bit of shadow, trying to like add some definition. One thing that we, overlooked was remember to do things in shapes, and we did not do it in shapes. We just kind of arbitrarily added it in, and it's kind of following the light, but not really. It is, ridiculous in some ways, but it still looks alright. You're looking at it, it looks alright. And we didn't get that into frame, but I'm coloring the shoes. I colored them black, and look, we get another good look at it. A nice look, you see. It looks pretty cool. I think that it looks pretty good. It looks pretty cool. The Sharpie marker, Sharpie pen is a really good one. I'm sad that the one that I opened from the double pack, one of them is actually like broken because I never opened them until like, a few years ago, and when I did, I didn't use them because I had the dumb notion that like, oh, you're saving these supplies for when you're good. You'll use them when you're good. Advice: don't do that. Don't save it until you're good. Just use the damn thing. Even if you draw like literal crap, just use it, because you are going to cause yourself to either have things that are dried out, damaged, or unusable. And the other Sharpie marker is not unusable, but is not as usable as the other one. I thought it needed to be like washed or like wet so that it could have a. Alright, so this is a secret thing. This is my Crayola spray art marker thing. Oh boy. And there's a pump on it, right? You gotta pump it, and then you can spray it. So I was using that for the background. And yeah, and unfortunately, I was on the internet and I found an even older version of a Crayola spray style object, and they want like $7 for it. For reference, I paid $4 for that, and it came with a bunch of Minion stuff. To have one, like some older one, is like $7, and I forget how much the shipping is on it, but it looks like it uses crayons, and I am intrigued. I'm intrigued to pay $7 for a foam ruler thing, so I think I might be getting that and testing that out because the quality of that is very interesting. Like this one, the tip, like it leaks a lot. It leaks a lot, and I'm still not really good with the finessing of it, so I don't really know how to do anything. But as you can see, I'm like trying to like clean off the dark spots, but you just can't. And it still looks pretty cool. I think like if there was like a glitter marker or something, it'd be really sick because it kind of made like a galaxy kind of pattern. But I just covered the main drawing with a paper towel or tissue so that I don't get any of the spray marker on it. And I believe this is the ending. So thank you if you made it this far to the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.